Hey guys, it's Josh. I thought I'd do my 1 year on tea video today. It is the 2nd of February 2015 and it is my actual 1 year on tea, which is pretty cool. So this time last year I officially started testosterone, which is pretty awesome. It's kind of interesting to think about that, you know, a year's passed already and all of that, and you know, just looking back on the changes that have happened. If there's one thing I can put forward quickly about when you start, is don't set your expectations too high. You know, these YouTube videos are great as a guideline to, you know, how it is for whoever's doing the videos, and, you know, for me, for how it has been for me. But I know that some of the videos that I watched, I automatically assumed that those changes were going to happen to me, and, you know, by the time I hit a year on tea, I was going to have a full beard, and, you know, all of this amazing things would have happened. And in no way am I saying that my changes or anything like that have not been amazing, but you need to be realistic, and you need to understand that, you know, just because the changes happen to a specific person does not necessarily mean they're going to happen to you. But in saying that, I am overjoyed with the changes that have happened to me. You know, I'm so happy with how my voice is sounding, you know, how my body's starting to look. I'm starting to feel a lot more connected to myself, which is such a great feeling, and that in itself is more than I could have ever asked for. So the changes that have happened in the past month have been minimal, and I think I'm at this stage in my transition where, you know, the changes that initially happened were big and intense and awesome, and now it's just such a gradual thing, because you're so used to seeing the new changes that you're not noticing even more changes as much as you do right at the start, when they're big dramatic changes like your voice and the first initial amounts of body hair and stuff like that. So what I have noticed is that the hairs on the tops of my legs, so my thighs and underneath, are getting more. So I've definitely got a lot of hair underneath my like underneath the tops of my legs, and that's where it's all really piled on, and it's starting to slowly come around on top of my legs as well, which is awesome. So generally just leg hair is just kind of getting more, it's thicker, it's coarser, it's getting darker, it's, you know, it's starting to look a lot more masculine, I guess. So it's not really just fair hair anymore, there's a lot more thicker, coarser, darker hair there. My snail's trail is starting to become more noticeable. Still not quite noticeable enough when taking a photo of it or anything like that, but it is a lot more noticeable if I'm with my shirt off, and I can see it a lot clearer than I used to be able to, which is awesome. And, you know, that's generally, and that for me, that's a personal thing. I've always wanted a snail's trail, and, you know, it's a good feeling to know that it's happening to my body, and I'm starting to get that snail's trail that I've always wanted, which is awesome. Chest hair has started coming in a lot more, so I've got a lot more chest hair. I mean, it's not thick and it's not all over the place, it's still really just in random bits all over my chest, but that in itself is a good sign. It means, you know, I'm getting there. Recently I've gone from 2 weekly shots to 3 weekly shots. I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about that just yet, so this will be my first time. Next week will be my first shot in 3 weeks, which is cool. It's just, you know, the 2 weekly shots, I'm producing more testosterone than I should be, so I've gone to a 3 weekly shot. My testosterone levels weren't overly high. They were still within a good range, but my doctor did suggest that I could end up reaching the higher levels if I wasn't careful, so I'm glad that I went to my doctor and sorted that out. In 2 days I'm going down and I'm organising my referral for top surgery, which is awesome. I'm hoping to get that kicked off and underway, and everything started, and that whole process started now, so by the time my health insurance comes in, it'll cover most of my top surgery fees, and I can save for this entire year, and hopefully have my top surgery by the end of this year or somewhere at the start of next year, which is where my goal is to be at. So I'm really working on getting my body in check, getting my health in check, really preparing my body for the idea of surgery and healing and getting everything I need for that part of this transition to go as smoothly as possible, and with as few complications as I can possibly get it to go through with. So once I've got the referral and I've seen the surgeon, I will make another video and let everyone know how that went and the surgery that I'm looking at. If I can get away with it, I'd love to go for a areola surgery, but given the fact that even though my chest is reduced in size, I don't know whether it's probably wise to go for the peri or not, and again, something that I'm going to speak to the surgeon about. So yeah, I don't think my voice has changed or dropped or deepened in the past month. I don't think that's going to be a monthly thing. I think, as my transition goes on, as you do with normal puberty, you go through initial break of the voice and the deepening of the voice, and then as you get older, it'll deepen and become more along the lines of the age group that you're at, that's fine with me. I'm not worried. I like how my voice is sounding at the moment, and I'm not overly phased about passing when it comes to my voice now. I pass, 100% of the time. I don't have days where I'm misgendered at all, which is awesome. So that's a really good feeling for me. What else did I want to talk about? So that's pretty much it. As I said in my timeline video that I'm not going to be posting monthly anymore because there's not enough changes for me to warrant making a video each month. I will make videos if something happens that I feel I would like to share, along the lines of how my family's coping with the transition and any improvements along that line, or how my transition in general is going, or if a major life event has happened that I feel that I could share that could benefit you guys. So yeah, I'm a year on T, and for those of you who, I actually wanted to share a story. I've just remembered, I initially made these videos personally just for me to keep track of, and as the videos progressed and the months progressed and I progressed as a person, I realized that these videos are reaching more people than I realized that they were. I mean, I'm not a major YouTube sensation, and nor do I really care to be a YouTube sensation, or any kind of amazing multi-million view person. It doesn't bother me, but I know that these videos have reached a few people, and I've been messaged a couple of times that really took me back, saying that I've inspired them not to give up, and that to me is more than I could have ever asked for. To know that a decision I made to benefit my life has actually impacted other people has really humbled me, and I know now that this isn't just for me anymore. I've started my transition and I'm a year into it, and I've gone through most of the big major changes that you go through in the initial first year, and now I feel that I can benefit others just by continuing my story and sharing my story with you guys, which is awesome. So I have been asked by one particular person if I could do another My Journey So Far video. So I did a video, I think it was about 4.5 months on T, and I let everyone know my journey from the start to 4 or 5 months on T, and how I got there, and how I came to know that I was transgender. And I've been asked to do another one on how my life has changed since then, and the journey that I've been through since then, which I will do another video for that. And I think I'm just gonna try and meditate on what I wanted to say and how I wanted to put that video across. There's a lot that has changed, and most of it has been mental when it comes to my transition, in the changes that I've gone through and how my life has changed and stuff like that. So I will do another one of those videos, especially for that person. And for those of you who have messaged me and come forward and said that I've inspired you not to give up, don't ever give up, because I was the person that was sitting there thinking that I would never get on T and I'd never start my transition. And as much as getting on T is such a changing moment and a defining moment in your transition, there is so much more that we go through emotionally and mentally that never really gets discussed, and it's it's such a big emotional and mental journey, and you know, you may feel like it's a never-ending battle, and you may feel like you never will get there, but I'm living, talking proof that you will get there, and you can get there. I'm living, talking proof that families do come around. It may be slow, it may be gradual, it may seem like it's never going to happen, but if my family and my father can come around and start to accept who I am, then your family can too, and all you have to do is just don't focus on getting their approval and their you know, acceptance straight away. Focus on accepting yourself and knowing truly that this is where you want to be and this is who you want to be, and you know, knowing yourself, your goals for yourself. And I can guarantee you, making that decision to focus on what's best for you and what's right for you will shine through you, and it will just, everyone will notice and everyone will pay attention, and everyone will sit there and go, wow, this person is doing something for themselves, and it's just changed their life. It changed my life. My entire way of thinking's changed, and it will do the same for you. So I guess that's my biggest piece of advice. That's my biggest thing that I could possibly put forward is, don't go through your life hoping and praying for acceptance from everyone else, when the biggest acceptance that needs to come is from yourself. Accepting yourself as trans is one of the hardest things you can possibly do. Accepting the fact that transitioning is something that you need to do is extremely difficult. It is a life-changing decision. It is a forever decision, and you can't just rush into it thinking that testosterone is going to fix everything, because it doesn't. If anything, if you've got underlying problems, testosterone is going to bring them out, and it's going to make you face everything that you didn't want to face to start off with, because it's going to change your life. And trust me when I say, as much it is the best decision I've ever made, it's been one of the hardest and longest journeys that I've ever gone through. I've taken steps backwards, and again, I'll discuss all of this more so in the journey so far, part 2, or whatever I'm going to call it. You know, you face everything, and if there's one piece of advice apart from that one, is make sure that you're mentally ready for it, because testosterone isn't a quick fix. It doesn't fix everything. It's not going to get rid of your depression. It's not going to get rid of your anxiety. It will boost your confidence, and it will change your body, and you will start to feel good about how you look. But if you don't face the problem, like the problems, that's a really bad word, the things that are causing the depression and the things that are causing the anxiety, it's not going to change. And if you do suffer depression, and if you do suffer anxiety and all of those other things that come with, you know, hand in hand with gender dysphoria and gender identity disorder and all of those things that we all walk hand in hand with, and we all have gone through, and we all have suffered, and we all know what it's like to feel lost and alone and hopeless and worthless and all of that, reach out to someone who is further along in their transition. Talk to people that are going through the same thing as you, because these are the people that helped me, and these are the people that can help you. They can help you understand the process. They can help you, they can walk with you through it. They can take you step by step through everything that they went through, and they can relate. They may not always understand exactly, but they can relate to something in your transition that they've gone through as well. Every transition is different, but we all fight the same battle, and we all know what it's like to struggle at the start. And it was, you know, you forget sometimes when you're on this journey what it's like to be pre-T and what it's like to struggle, and you forget how hard it was at the start. And, you know, sometimes it takes one person to reach out and go, hey, I'm really struggling, and, you know, this is what I'm going through, and it makes you remember exactly what you went through as well. And I know that it's happened with me, and I know that when I first started, I thought I could do it myself, and I couldn't. And there's no way, you know, you're not built, no one is built to face anything alone in this world. So whether you're reaching out to myself, or whether you're reaching out to someone else, or even if you just reach out to a friend or a family member who knows your situation, make sure you've got a good support system, because the journey only starts with you. Like, your decision to transition and your decision to do this is your first step. Accepting it is the second step. Testosterone is just a minute part of this entire journey that you go on, and this journey doesn't end with testosterone. It doesn't end with top surgery. It doesn't end with any other kind of surgeries. You're going to face battles, and you're going to face trials and obstacles and hate and discrimination and hurtful words and all sorts of different things you're going to face purely because people don't understand. And you don't have to face it alone, and you never have to face it alone. There are so many places out there, so many people out there that have gone through it, and definitely reach out. I've gone way off topic for the 12-month thing, but I do want to make this video that I've been asked to, and, you know, I do want to really go in depth with, you know, the journey that I've gone through from starting testosterone. And I don't want to talk about changes. I want to talk about the mental changes and the emotional changes and what I've gone through personally, and fighting my demons, and, you know, trying to find who I am. And yeah, I will make that video specifically for this person. And if it does, you know, if you do connect with it and you do, you know, it does help you on your journey, then that's awesome. And that's all I want, is just to, you know, help you understand that testosterone is amazing, but it is not a quick fix. So that's me. This is me, a year on T. 2nd February 2015. 2015 is going to be an amazing year. And I'm super excited to be able to share this journey with you guys. And yeah, that's probably where I should end it, because I've rambled for 17 minutes now, almost. Yeah, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me, add me on Facebook. I'll put my link in the description again. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. I'm always here for, you know, anyone that has any questions. If you have any questions directly relating to my journey, don't hesitate to ask. If you have questions relating to your journey, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always here. I may take a bit to reply, but I am a uni student, so I am pretty full on. But, you know, definitely don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't hesitate to reach out to whoever you can. And yeah, I will see you all in a few months. Again, I will do that video, and I will make a video after I've had my first consultation with the surgeon, and if anything changes, like if I magically grow facial hair, I will let you guys know. So take care, guys. It's been Josh, and I will see you soon. See ya.